Because this granite pyramid that he's always talking about, and people are always saying, "Oh, we miss the granite pyramid." Wasn't it under military rule that pyramid disappeared? No, let's be talking true now. Even the worst civilian rule is better than military rule. Let me tell you that for free. But again, we're not talking about military rule versus civilian rule. We're talking about what happened in Mali. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3. I told you that there was a coup in Mali again. Colonel Assimi Goita overthrew a civilian president for the second time in less than 1 year. That's what we're talking about. Now, I told you that President Ibrahim Keita was the president, right? Before the coup, there were lots of protests from Malians against Keita because he was allowing French soldiers onto Malian soil. But when Goita overthrew Keita, there was a lot of pushback from ECOWAS, from the African Union, the EU, the UN, opposition parties as well. Military was threatened with sanctions, and as a compromise, they agreed that, okay, there'll be an 18-month transitional government with a civilian president. So Ba Ndao was appointed president, with Goita as his vice president. Military now agreed that if Ndao left the presidency early, he could not be replaced by a soldier. Now, fast forward 8 months, Goita overthrew Ndao. He said it was because Ndao shuffled the cabinet without informing him. So he arrested Ndao, arrested the Prime Minister Mokhtar Ouane, and seems to have forced them to resign, allowing him to appoint himself as president. International community is shouting. Goodluck Jonathan has flown into Mali to represent ECOWAS, the AU, and the UN. Goita promises that he's going to stick to the plan for elections and handover. Promised Jonathan that he'll stick to the plan for elections and handover. But international community is saying to him, we don't trust you. Give control back to Ndao. 2 coups in about 9 months. In Chad, we have a soldier taking over the country's affairs after the death of his father, the civilian president. In Ivory Coast, the President Ouattara got a third term, possibly in violation of the constitution. In Gambia, Yahya Jammeh broke his promise to hold early elections and is cracking down on protesters. So my big question on the show today is if authoritarianism is spreading in West Africa. You have a lot of commentators who are suggesting that across West Africa, democracy is taking a beating. Do you agree with them? Gabriel is in Lekki. Hello, Gabriel. Sorry about that. The number to call is 0700-993-993-993. That's for men. For women, 01465-7190. Do you think that this Mali situation is emblematic of what's happening across the region? Do you think that, that's just a one-off, good things are happening in West Africa? Because you think about it, 2 coups in less than a year by the same officer. That's a lot. Victor in Ikorodu is a first-time caller. Hello, Victor. Thank you for calling us.
Hello.
Welcome, Victor.
Okay. What I'm trying to contribute to is about the military coup in Mali. To me, I appreciate the people of Mali that's having that, the real military of Mali, that have come up to see that they will not allow their country to be put into jeopardy by the civilians.
No, but the people actually don't like that. The people of Mali are saying no, they don't want that.
We have been studying all these things that are going on among the countries that are ruled by civilians. So if you see it now, in the first place, they use money, treasures of the country. Each of them gather their money to their family alone and living.
Military rulers did the same. Are you coming to argue the same thing I argued with the previous guy and he ran away?
Listen, I'm an old man. I've been studying what is going on.
You're an old man, so you know Nigeria's history. So you know everything that happened in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, why are you talking like this? Listen,
cool down. Let me talk. We have to repair our country by ourselves, not by anybody. It's by our talking we can repair Nigeria. If you are sidelining, then things will not go on very well. This is why you have to be very patient for people to talk. to talk their mind and to let people to know their.
But you have to talk the one that is backed by facts now. You cannot be repainting history because you know that these young ones don't remember history. You remember military rule very well. Did Abacha regime not steal? Yes or no?
Hello.
Did the Abacha regime not steal? Yes or no, Oga?
Yes, let me tell you.
Oga Victor, Egbon Victor, did the Abacha regime not steal?
No, you know what?
He did not steal. Did you say Abacha did not steal?
Listen, you don't want me to say.
No, I'm asking you a simple question. It's very simple. It's yes or no.
Okay, let me give you your satisfiable answer. Yes.
Did the IBB regime not steal?
Let me talk. I don't talk about killing or not killing.
But that's the conversation. Now, that's what you started talking about. You say, oh, these civilians are stealing money and giving to their family.
You just want to push me out of this situation. You don't want anybody to contribute at all.
Okay, Victor, I even need to take breaks, Seth. So call back so that you can contribute very well. Otumba, unfortunately, you have to call me back from Ogun State. It's not about, oh, I don't want people to contribute at all. It's about you have to be very honest when you're contributing. That's how we got where we are to begin with. A lot of dishonesty. Let's take a break. You're listening to Hard Facts. Don't go away.
Your Friday afternoons just got better on Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakari Yusuf.
People need to be very careful. There's a friend of mine that has been trafficked for how many years now? I'm just an educated person.
Fear and fun. When you have a child less than 12 years, as I said, it's child trafficking already. Of course. Child trafficking. So you shouldn't have a household that is less than 12 years.
Tune in to Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakari Yusuf every Friday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. right here on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
If you're like me, that has to deal with heavy downloads and a need to be connected, then you need a 9 mobile MiFi or router. At the office, at home, and on the go, never worry about a steady connection. Buy any of our MiFi or router data bundles for as low as 16,000 Naira and get a free 4G MiFi or router. Just visit any 9 Mobile Experience Center or authorized 9 Mobile dealer outlets to get yours. Terms and conditions apply.
9 Mobile.
I feel alive, so alive. When I'm with my best friends, indulging my tea exotic. Nothing makes my drink more than when the mixer is delightful tea exotic. And after a long day, I wanna relax with the taste of my tea exotic.
Indulge and get lost in the deeply satisfying taste of the Chi Exotic range of delicious fruit blends.
Chi Exotic Nectar. I love the taste. Now available in can.
Hi there. If anyone ever asked you for your banking app password or PIN, your card PIN or the 3 numbers on the back of your card, your pay ID or answers to your security questions, do not give it to them. These details are private and highly confidential. They must never be shared. Stay smart. Don't lose your money to scammers. This message is from Kuda Microfinance Bank, the bank of the free. Download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store and open an account to enjoy free banking.
Social media is changing lives in Nigeria, Africa, and the world.
Social media helps it helps promote you and it helps put you out there, make the world see you and all of that. And kudos to her, putting up her clips on the social media, because if she hadn't done that, I'm not sure I would have been able to see.
Chidebere Anuwole tells a moving story of a social media footballer and her steady rise.
This is a tale of a rising star, but not your everyday football tale. This diamond is still in the rough. Fakiyesi Anthony Ambisola's football journey is a usually unusual story. With over 200 professional female footballers in Nigeria, it's interesting to know that not many of these players are harvesting the sheer velocity of these many social media platforms. From Twitter to Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok, they're just not visible.
And perhaps this and many more heart-lifting stories from social media can further encourage more Nigerian female footballers based here in the country playing in an untelevised league to become more social media footballers.
But how does this impact the attitude of footballers in the country? Find out on Social Media Footballer. Premieres this Friday from 7 p.m. on Game On with Femi and the gang.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
It's 3:31. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Today is Friday, so we are stepping away from Nigerian stories and focusing on international stories. And Philip, I told you that there's been a coup in Mali again. Right now, let me bring our second story your way. Our second story is the standoff between the EU and Russia over Belarus. Ryanair and an arrested or abducted journalist. That's our second story. So Ryanair is an Irish airline. And on Sunday, they had a flight from Athens, Greece, to Vilnius, Lithuania. Now, the plane had to fly across Belarus, and while it was in the air, the Belarus government informed the pilot that there was a bomb on board, so he should land the plane for them to dispose of the bomb. They also sent fighter jets to escort the plane down. So the plane landed in Minsk, Belarus, but when the passengers were coming down, the authorities arrested two of them. Roman Protasevich and Roman is a journalist. He's an activist, and they arrested his fiancée as well, Sofia Sapega. Now, Protasevich is from Belarus, and he has been a vocal member of the opposition. In fact, he helped organize protests against the results of the presidential elections. He thought that, or he agreed with the opposition that the elections were rigged. So he helped organize protests against those results. The government is charging him with inciting protests, which can land him 15 years in jail. And they've now released the video of him confessing to the crime with bruises on his face. His colleagues and family say that they think that he's being tortured. Now, when the news of the arrest came out, many countries accused Belarus of making up a terror threat just to grab Protasevich. Ryanair accused the Belarus government of air piracy, but the government insisted that they received a bomb threat from Hamas. And now Hamas has come forward to say they have no idea what Belarus is talking about. Meanwhile, some journalists in the UK looked into the bomb threat angle. They're reporting that the email with the bomb threat was sent half an hour after the government ordered the plane to land. After. So, if the order to land the plane was because of the bomb threat, how come it happened before the email was sent? Now, the European Union says they don't believe Belarus. They say that all of this was done just to abduct an opposition activist. So the EU is imposing sanctions on Belarus. Planes from Belarus are now banned from the EU airspace. Also, lots of EU airlines have said that they will stop landing in Belarus or flying through its airspace. We're also hearing that the EU wants to freeze the assets of top government officials and impose travel bans on them. Meanwhile, Russia is backing Belarus. Vladimir Putin has called the EU's reaction shocking and is accusing the West of double standards. He has also said Russia will ban any airline that refuses to fly in Belarus. So now that Russia is going to bat for Belarus against the EU, the big question is, who will back down? Will the Russian sanctions on the EU bite harder and faster than the EU sanctions on Belarus? Now, you should know that Belarus is a former Soviet republic, so they have a long history with Russia. However, the two presidents, Putin and Lukashenko, don't exactly see eye to eye. In fact, before now, Lukashenko had been softly resisting Russian, what's the word now, influence over his country. So some analysts think that Putin sees this fight with the EU as an opportunity to get Belarus on his side and cement Russian power there. Will he succeed? That's another big question. But hey, have you been paying attention to that situation? What do you think of that situation? Do you think it was a hijack or a legitimate arrest? Because again, remember that the bomb threat email was sent after the government ordered the plane to land. Do you believe that there was a bomb threat? What do you think about the sanctions and counter-sanctions? And who do you think blinks first, Russia or the EU? Women call me on 01465-7190. Men call me on 0700-993-993-993. Again, women call me on 01465-7190. Men call me on 0700-993-993-993. We've got WhatsApp 080-959-75805. I'll come to WhatsApp in a bit, but we've got people who are leaving us their thoughts on Facebook as well. Nigeria Info 99.3. Idume Ike says, oh no. We've got Elizabeth Adeshina who says, we clamored for civilian rule because we felt it would be fair. Oh no, it would be far better than the military government. Unfortunately, see where we are now. Who will put them in check? Now, wow. Why are people romanticizing military government? It's almost as if you've forgotten how things were. We've got Daniel Gum who says Lukashenko and Putin are friends. They arrested their citizen and it's legitimate. He was a spy. All right, Daniel Gum, thank you for your comment on Facebook. Okay, let me go to WhatsApp while they're trying to figure out what's happening with the phone lines. Sandra, democracy in West Africa is a joke. I must say, with every sense of confidence, Central and West African countries are lacking behind in everything as far as development and workable systems are concerned. What's happening in Mali today signifies the level of how much greed and misplacement of priority our West African country leaders could be. Okay, most of them lack what it takes to be leaders. They lack integrity and technical know-how to lead their countries. For example, when you visit South African countries, the difference is quite clear. The systems are in place, the structures are well placed for every of their leaders to follow. Okay, while we in West Africa are fighting and talking about Boko Haram and cows. Okay, Amici Anadwaka, thank you very much for your message. Richard from Festac says, democracy is certainly taking a beating in West Africa. The control of Mali has always been a tussle, even pre-colonial era. France is not ready to let go of their former colony. World powers are battling for Mali's soul. Okay, thank you, Richard. We've got Adetola in Ikeja on the line. Adetola, welcome.
Yeah, how are you doing, Sandra?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to keep talking as to the Russia-Belarus issue. I think the fact speaks for itself, okay? The allegedly bomb threat was pretty much a scam, right?
Okay.
Because they investigated that, and apparently it was just a gimmick to land the plane. Now, of course, the guy is an opposition, so they needed to put him into check. But my own concern now is how will the airlines, make a decision as to how they want to operate, whether they will go with the EU sanction or
the Russian one.
Yeah, of course. So if I were to be in the position of the airline, so my question now, I really wanted to ask, okay, so Russia, are they not part of the EU?
They are? No. Is Russia part of the EU? I'm not sure. I'll have to check.
Okay, so but Russia is not a continent, apparently, so it's part of the Eurospace, right?
Yes, it is.
It should be part of the EU. So if they are part of the EU, then they should respect the decision of the organization in which they belong to and not counter the authority, because what they are trying to do is undermine the authority of the European Union.
So Russia is in Europe, but they're not a part of the EU.
Oh, now that changes dynamic. So it's like a source of power, so to say. When someone wants to, I think Putin is a smart guy. He wants to use this development to get that Belarus guy, okay? So that will put him under his whatever and influence him. I just hope they settle this whole issue and let that journalist go. So I think we're in a democratic world, everybody should have the right to hear his own opinion and his view, but it depends on how the activists now went about the incitement of people to organize a protest, So it depends. Did it go to the right channel, like, applying for maybe a more like a police request or something? So if he had done that, then there's no need to arrest anybody. But if he had done it in a somewhat unlawful way, then I think he actually caused that for himself. So that's my own opinion. I just hope the airlines figure out a way of how they are going to
figure out how they'll do that, huh?
Yeah, because trust me, a lot of revenue will be lost. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adetola, for calling, especially following COVID-19 and airlines suffering a huge blow because they couldn't go anywhere. Okori is in Ojo. Okori, welcome.
Yes, this is I Square Okori from Ojo.
Welcome.
Yes, let me contribute to concerning Russia issue, interference. Now, if you look at Russia, there was a time Russia trying to establish good ties with Donald Trump, and everything ended that they meddled with the elections, and Congress gave some sanctions. Then it appears as if Russia trying to strengthen some relationship with Iran, North Korea, and China. So I think it will be a good opportunity for Russia to have, to reconcile with people close to them, because the worst enemy is the enemy you have at home. So I think because of the threat of NATO, because Moscow see EU as an enemy, because most of them are members of NATO. So I think it will be a good opportunity for them, for Putin to strengthen and reconcile and get his base. Then on Africa issue, I think Africa has a long way to go. The problem of Africa is that we have weak institutions in Africa and lack of good leaders. So until Africa get strong institutions, because for instance, if you know that if somebody took over or get into power, maybe it's through coup, that the next day that person will be court-martialed, there's no way that person will try it. So for me, until Africa strengthening the institutions and they have good leaders emerge, leadership in Africa will continue to be going down the wind. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling iSquare Courier. We've got Omo on the line. Okay. Omo, hi. Welcome.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon.
I just want to correct one question. And Russia had never been part of the European Union.
Yes, they're not. Yes.
They are not. In the early days, they were just an island of their own, USSR. So they were never part of Asia, they were never part of Europe. That is why they only antagonized Europeans.
Yeah. They're actually competitors, actually. They're actually geopolitical and economic competitors.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, Omar. Thank you very much for calling. Have a great day as well. It's actually something that could never happen. I mean, Russia can never join a Western group like the EU. Let's talk to Kevin. Kevin in Surulere, I'm guessing. Hello, Kevin. Welcome.
Yes, Sandra, how are you?
I'm fine.
I keep hearing you talking about German in Gambia. Is it German? He has since left.
Yeah, but he's still part of the excuses that we're giving now.
Well, the new man...
Not excuses, sorry, examples.
Well, the new man that came on board all of a sudden started becoming a dictator himself too.
Exactly.
Yes, but the granddad dictator they had long ago, Yaya Jammeh, has fled for exile. And this new man is now also progressing the error, arresting people all over across the country there. It's a shame. It's a shame. But I keep saying it's not an African thing. What is happening in Belarus now is a clear case of dictatorship, rooted one. After the elections, it was rigged. It has been unrest in that part of the country. Telling the world that there was a plane, raising a false alarm about bombing the plane. It's nonsensical to me. After you did that, you single out a single person.
Hello? Oh, no. Kevin, call back if you can. Yeah, after doing that, you single out a single person. Well, you single out one person and then make them the scapegoat, so to speak. But hey, let me bring you the third story and then we'll take calls about all the stories, yeah? So the European Union is suing AstraZeneca for not supplying them the promised number of COVID vaccines. Now, we've been updating you on this quarrel for months, you remember, here on the Big Three Global Edition. And under the deal that they signed last year, AstraZeneca was supposed to supply the EU with 300 million vaccines in the first half of this year. So 120 million in the first quarter, 180 million in the second quarter, ending in June. But the drug company had some manufacturing problems. Many of their factories, both in the EU and the UK, did not start producing on time or at expected levels. So in Q1, they only supplied the EU with 30 million of the expected 120 million jabs. And in Q2, so far, they've only supplied 70 million. So that's a total of 100 million out of the expected 300 million. AstraZeneca says that they cannot be blamed for this, that there simply wasn't enough supply. And the contract only requires them to make their best effort. But the EU is saying that they did not get AstraZeneca's best effort. They claim, the EU, that AstraZeneca was giving priority to the UK. And in fact, that the company moved some vaccines from its EU plants to the UK. Now, AstraZeneca says that is because their contract with the UK was different. The UK specifically negotiated that if there was a shortfall, AstraZeneca should take supplies from other places to meet up. EU, no one here that one. No. Now they've dragged AstraZeneca to court in Brussels. So as you can see, this vaccine shortage wahala is a global wahala. It's not just developing countries that are worried about whether they will have enough vaccines or not. Last week, we talked about how India is going to stop exporting vaccines because of the new wave of COVID there. They're now focusing on vaccinating their people. And now Africa is worried that without India, it will be hard enough to get vaccines for the continent, vaccines that will cover the continent. Now, I also mentioned last week that Joe Biden and America have said, well, we're going to make sure that we provide enough for the rest of the world, but that remains to be seen. I mean, you have the EU looking like they're not in any position to fill this gap because they themselves are in court. They're looking for vaccine. So now all eyes will turn to America again to save the world. He's saying that the U.S. will become the world's arsenal for COVID vaccines. So fingers crossed anyway, fingers crossed. But are you paying attention to this EU AstraZeneca situation? What do you think about it, this global vaccine situation? What do you think about the EU taking AstraZeneca to court? Has AstraZeneca violated the deal, in your opinion? Or did the EU simply not negotiate a good deal like the UK did? Women, call me on 01465-7190. Men, call me on 0700-993-993. Let me go to WhatsApp now. Biodun says, Sandra, I pity the continent of Africa. They practice what is called sit-tight syndrome, not ready to hand over at the right time. They still live in monarchical systems of government. What extra knowledge or wisdom do they have that other citizens don't have? Presidential seat has become a personal sofa in their homes. How much of progress have we experienced in all of these 10, 20, 30 or multiple terms in office? Who cursed Africa? We've got Biodun who also says, Sandra, is the AU existing? If yes, what is their role in all of this? Well, I mean, Goodluck Jonathan is representing the AU right now in Mali, and they're the reason that what's his name now? Goita agreed to step down the first time, and relinquish military power the first time. So that's what they're doing. I guess that answers your question. Babaudu from Ogun State says, Russia is always playing big brother, sometimes for selfish interests. Democracy is going through growing pain, but it's far better than stratocracy. All right. Thank you very much for your message. We've got Ike Chukwu in Otafam. Hello, Ike Chukwu. Welcome.
Sister Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Concerning EU taking AstraZeneca to court, it's not welcome by me because Europeans they're supposed to know that the vaccines is supposed to serve India because India are dying. They are dying too much, so they are not supposed to take them to court.
No, they didn't take India to court. They took AstraZeneca themselves to court.
Okay. Concerning the Mali issue, it's very, very unfortunate, and it's a military charade, and it's a military bunkum, and it's a military insensitive by this man doing coup 2 times. Say that office, is he monarchy? Is he hereditary? I don't know what Mali people are doing. I don't know what Mali people are doing. Why this man is doing the like this? Let Goodluck Jonathan go and remove that man. Let him go and remove that.
Okay.
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
I'm hearing what you're saying.
So it is not good. Concerning what say, is it what is not happening in Africa? After all, it happened in Nigeria. Anybody will lose the election, you go sit tight, you know go everything come out. The president, did he win an election? But he sit tight. That's what is happening in Africa.
He won election. INEC announced him as winner.
And if I talk now, you say, do I have facts? You yourself, where did that office? You're going to tell me, do I have facts? Come on, do you have facts?
I have facts. That's what I'm sharing with you.
You know the thing what happened for Mali and Gambia. You yourself, do you have facts?
Yes, I do. I do.
Forget it. You don't get fat, Gary. Forget it. Forget it. You don't get fat. President of the election.
Ikechukwu, goodbye, bye-bye. I have facts. That's why I'm hosting Hard Facts. Joshua in Ijego, welcome.
Yes, this is Joshua, yes.
How are you?
Fine.
Good to have you on the show. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, to those who are trying to sympathizing with the military government of the Nigeria, they're not liking to the children of Israel. Hello?
Okay, they are liking to the children of Israel.
They who came out of Egypt.
Your line is breaking up, my brother. Do you want to call us back or you want to shift position?
Let me shift position. Yes?
This is better. Go ahead.
Yes, so they're not liking to the children of Israel who came out of Egypt and Moses was already taking naturally with that. They don't like, you need to go through a wilderness before you get to a promised land.
Okay.
They are now like in the wilderness in Nigeria, and they don't know that the next time I remember the cucumbers in Egypt, after they have collected the whip from Pharaoh, they still want to go back to those whips again. That's what it looks like to people saying they want to go back to military rule. So I don't think military rule is going to be any way better. Me myself, I'm just about 20 years old, and with what my head about military, I don't think I want to experience that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I mean, I quite like having a show on Nigeria Info where you people can call me and tell me what you're thinking about. Like, a Nigeria Info wouldn't have existed because, I mean, do you hear the kinds of things we talk about? Do you hear how you talk about? Will Ikechi would have been calling me and saying what he was saying like 2 minutes ago if this were military rule? Come on now. Let's not romanticize nonsense. Military rule was nonsense. Don't romanticize it. We've got messages on Twitter. Let's take a look at some of them. Ayotemba Adeshino says, the point is that we still don't have real civilian government. We haven't had it in Nigeria. Don't forget your station was Abacha stole, IBB stole. We say it's because they're military. Yes, now that we're having civilians. Well, actually, the only reason why we have a civilian government that isn't very satisfactory for you, the people, is because you, the people, are not grabbing the power that you have. You have not bought into the philosophy of government by the people, for the people. Once you why do you think that they bother to campaign? No, seriously, think about it. Think about it. Why do they bother to campaign? Why do they bother to give you 5,000 naira for your vote? Why do they bother to rig? They have to do that. Because that's the only way they get into power. That tells you that you hold the power. And until you realize that you now hold the power and you use that power for your own benefit, you're going to keep romanticizing military rule. It's just what it is. We'll take a quick break and hopefully, unfortunately, Landray is the first-time caller. We can't take his call. We're out of time. I'm sorry.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
There's a saying, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Permit me to introduce a friend that's not so regular. Brain Friend. It's the best e-learning solution with over 70,000 practice questions and answers, over 60 subjects in primary and secondary schools, easy-to-use Study Now usage and performance tracking, videos and animated lessons, plus many more. For more information, visit app.brainfriendonline.com or call 0817-860-3454 or 0703-058-6385. Brain Friend. Learn better, make excellent grades.
Your Friday afternoons just got better on Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakare Yusuf.
People need to be very careful. Listen, there's a friend of mine that has been trafficked for how many years now? I'm just talking about an educated person from an office. She just met a child, they went for a petition, and like that, that's how she was trafficked.
People are afraid to seek or ask the right question because they're afraid of surgery. I call it 2 F's that affects women with fibroids: fear and fund.
When you have a child less than 12 years, as a housewife, is child trafficking already? Of course. Child trafficking. So you shouldn't have a housewife that is less than 12 years.
Tune in to Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakare Yusuf every Friday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. right here on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
If you're like me that has to deal with heavy downloads and a need to be connected, then you need a 9 mobile MiFi or router. At the office, at home, and on the go. Never worry about a steady connection. Buy any of our MiFi or router data bundles for as low as 16,000 Naira and get a free 4G MiFi or router. Just visit any 9 Mobile Experience Center or authorized 9 Mobile dealer outlets to get yours. Terms and conditions apply.
9 Mobile. Are you looking for the perfect escape from the frenzy of everyday life? Lekki Leisure provides an astonishing view of the Atlantic Ocean with premium beach services, children's play area, private cabanas, quad bikes, beach soccer, volleyball, and much more. We are the right fun place for you. Our unique event spaces have impressive views of the ocean and city and are suited ideally for all your event purposes. Try our special Sunday buffet for amazing sizzling hot Chinese delicacies. Thursday night karaoke with complimentary drinks for the ladies. Make these unforgettable memories at our premium private beach located at Adekunle Animation Drive, Okunde Water Tourism Scheme, Lekki, Lagos. For more information, please call 0817-194-7130 or send an email to l3hubinfo@gmail.com. Lekki Leisure. Live more. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
And Lagos, thank you for being a part of today's show. It was great. I loved debating you, loved arguing with you. Wish we had time to keep going, I know, but this Mali situation is probably going to be ongoing by, say, who knows, next Friday, and it could make a return. Could being the key word. All right, so we've got 1 minute. I think I can play just a minute. I think I can rush and do it. You know, just rush and do it. Now, what you're going to be doing for me, Kemi, is you every day before the show starts, you would let me know who the high score for the day is, so that way we make it very easy for everybody to play. So right now I'm not sure what the high score is. I'm hoping that I will be told what it is before I have to take a call. But let's just let's assume that it's 4 maybe, or maybe she can fly and get it for me. Who knows? Can you fly, Kemi? Can you fly? In the meantime, let's take your call and try 99.3. Hello.
Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening. Welcome. You want to play just a minute?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Your time starts now.
This is Just a Minute.
How many newly confirmed COVID cases yesterday?
45.
That's correct. How many states had newly confirmed cases?
5 states.
That's correct. What country in West Africa did a coup take place twice in less than a year?
Mali.
That's correct. What are the names of the 2 civilian presidents that Colonel Assimi Goita overthrew in Mali?
I know of one, Ibrahim Keita.
That's correct. Who flew into Mali as a representative of ECOWAS, AU, and the UN?
Ex-President Goodluck Jonathan.
And who is the EU suing for not supplying them the promised number of COVID vaccines?
AstraZeneca.
How many vaccines did AstraZeneca supply out of 300 million?
30 plus 70, that should be 100 million.
My congratulations, madam. You are our winner today. Woo! Stay on the line so we can get your details. What's the high score? 5. She definitely answered more than 5 questions. She actually got all my questions correctly in less than a minute too. Vaughn is here to bring you business news. I can be found on social media as Sandra Ezekwesili. And please, if somebody tells you military rule is better than civilian, even in your dream, wake up and curse them. Seriously, they don't mean you well. I mean it. See you on Monday at 3 o'clock. Be good. Have a great weekend.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.